do something that whatever you're going to do in life, no matter if you're going to work for somebody or be an entrepreneur, do something where you have a passion to do that role or lead that business every single day. So in working for someone for a good portion of my career, when I took the leap into true entrepreneurship, one of the things that I learned and in turn really kind of used as my mantra to move forward with entrepreneurship is, if I was going to create a business, how am I going to solve a problem in the process? So just to create a product wasn't enough for me. I wanted to create a brand that could evaluate solving problems, both short-term and long-term in the process. So I'll give you a great example. Chloe Nicky. Chloe Nicky is a family-run business that my husband and I decided to start, and the problem that we wanted to solve is that our youngest, Chloe, has autism. Now, we're very fortunate. Chloe's very fortunate. Thank goodness we found, I guess, each other in the process of our families, in that Chloe's going to have, and we will make sure that she has, a wonderful life. Now, Chloe's probably 1 in 10. I would say maybe the other 9 don't. So what we wanted to do is put together a business where instead of us just giving money to these causes to help autistic children, and in turn what become autistic young adults in their lives and how to move forward, what if we invested in a business that could give us 2 times or 3 times or 4 times the profits back, that would allow us the ability to donate and give more? So that entrepreneurial vision for us was, how do we take something that we normally do and double and triple it for a better cause? Austere is another good example of a business where there was a hole in the market. We didn't see the hole in the market. Our retailers saw the hole in the market, and they came to us and said, we know you could help us build this. Take the time, please. We will give you the information you need to build it. So sometimes you get lucky in those situations where someone will come to you with the idea, and then it's really taking your entrepreneurial skills and vision to put a company together, to bring together the right people who can help you execute, and then come up with a vision and plan that helps and makes everybody win. So that's kind of the idea and spirit of really what it is to be an entrepreneur. And as I continue to look at other ideas, truly I always see it as in, what's the problem that's out there, and would what we want to do and the solution we want to provide not only solve the problem, but just really make it a better experience for all. I would say that really what was wonderful about working for others is that it really taught you what you loved. So when you did become an entrepreneur, you leaned into those skills that you were great at and the passion to build a business. And I also think it taught you, probably even more importantly, what you didn't like, and in turn where you needed to surround yourself with the strength of others who had those skills in order to build an overall business. Being an entrepreneur, yes, absolutely, you have the vision to lead and to drive and a passion behind what that is, but to do it by yourself, it truly and succeed is impossible. You need to surround yourself with talent in all of those areas where you can succeed as a team, and the strength of everybody is what moves the business forward and allows for all to win. Yes, I hate to say that, but I know it's the truth. And if you talk to a number of women, I'm sure they would give the same answer. Now, I would say what is slightly probably different about my answer is that I've always looked at business with a mindset of not being a female, or being a female, not being a male. I've never looked at it that way. I've always just been a business person who's trying to drive for the betterment of the business. So with a mentality like that, I actually sometimes forget that I'm a female in truly a very male-dominated space. But now every once in a while, there will be a situation where someone for me, what's been the opposite sex has pushed very hard against my values and tried to belittle me in a situation because of my gender. Usually in those situations, I actually just get up and won't tolerate it. It's just not something that I'm willing to allow or tolerate. I've been in multiple meetings where if that's happened, I've gotten up and walked out. And though it may have sacrificed for the betterment of the business, the majority of the people in the room, when they know and see something like that's happening, generally leans towards truth and understanding and not penalizing. And you know what? If we had to do business with somebody who led an organization that believed in those values, where it was okay to harass and or bully someone of the opposite sex, that's not somebody who we want to do business with. So we just have to have the strength and the, I would say, self-assurance to be able to get up and leave and walk out of those situations. And I've often had to lean on friends. I remember one time when I was very young in the industry and I had someone hit on me. And literally, I would say if it hadn't been for my colleagues around me who were there to support me, it would have probably been a much more difficult situation. So the fact that I brought them in and I wasn't quiet about it, they actually went and had my back as well in regards to the situation, and it made for a better resolution of what happened with that customer. I could not stress this enough. I was very fortunate. I had an entrepreneur as a father, and literally I remember the day, I want to say I was maybe 16, where he sat me down and opened up my first checking account and put $100 in the checking account and walked me through what it was to manage a checkbook, how to manage money, when to save and when to spend, and even, you know, sometimes reward yourself in the process. So by learning at a young age, it actually helped me to evaluate the importance of finances, how to make sure that you don't put yourself into debt. Because the one thing about debt, though you may acquire wonderful material things and maybe those things are meaningful to you, and trust me, I've spent enough money sometimes on shoes and handbags to know that it was probably not worth the investment, but it was worth it to me. But I cannot stress enough how important it is to know and to save, because when you don't and you have debt, it actually keeps you back from moving forward, not only in your professional life, but even in your personal life. And what I mean by that is some of the best rewards financially to my portfolio or my investment portfolio has been in those investments where I sacrificed on what I really would have loved, that was a nice to have, and focused the investment for the long term to be able to succeed. So real estate being probably one of the best examples of that. Thank God that we were lucky enough to invest early in our own home, and then in turn take the profits of that and invest in other rental properties. It's been a financial dream for us where we literally get to have another stream of revenue to be able to take the pressure off a single or double family salary. So looking into those things, understanding what your passion is. Like, I'll give you a good example. The stock market, I don't necessarily love it. Sometimes I feel like it's gambling. My opinion, I know there's a lot of people who've made a lot of money on that, but it wasn't my thing. So I found that things like real estate or actually investing in the bond market, mutual bond funds and bond market, has been a better play for me, but because I understand it, I enjoy it, and I see what it means to bring back the investment that I want to see for my portfolio. So there are many, many things to take away. As a female who has been in the sales and leadership roles all throughout different companies. The first major one, though, is the fact that leaning into what your strength is really what is going to benefit you in any job. Being in the sales position, I would say I was very lucky to be in certain situations and environments where relationships became my strength. I actually helped quite a few people, be successful. And when I say be successful, if who you were working with was a retailer and you brought profit to their bottom line that was significant, that allowed them to be able to reinvest in their business, then you became a successful partner for them. And those relationships that turned into partnerships really have led for a long kind of relationship in life in regards to, doesn't matter what businesses I might bring these partners that I've been doing business with for all these years, they have faith in someone who's been there for them, that has driven profit to their bottom line, and are willing to try over and over again in order to support you and or their business. And so that is what I'm here for. I say it all the time. I'm here to solve other people's problems. I love working with the people that I love to work with, and so that makes it fun and gives the passion in the business to drive. So I would say those two things are definite learnings in my sales role that has bled over into even leadership, that I would highly suggest that people look at and bring and make a critical part of their portfolio as they continue to grow. I would say the other thing I've learned too is that, sometimes with sales, you're constantly feeling like you have to get the win and instantly kind of get the reward from what's going on. And some of my biggest opportunities have been the ones that have actually taken the longest to secure. And being patient and truly understanding how to solve the problem for the partner has really long-term benefited me with the biggest deals of my career because of that patience and understanding and taking the time to listen on the needs of that partner. So that would be another suggestion. I know you hear it all the time. People say, listen more than speaking, but I cannot validate enough why that's so important, because the nuggets you need to solve someone's problem to help them be successful always comes if you listen. So I actually have two. The first would be do something that whatever you're going to do in life, no matter if you're going to work for somebody or be an entrepreneur, do something where you have a passion to do that role or lead that business every single day. For me, as I mentioned, solving problems and making lives better are really what I love doing, and it kind of what gets me motivated to support and drive and put every effort or every ounce of effort that I have into building that business. So I can't stress it enough. Passion, passion, passion. The second thing I would say is, especially being a woman in a entrepreneurial space and specifically around tech, just think about the fact that there have been a lot of women who have paved the way for us, and we're going to pave the way for a lot of women in the future. Specifically, for me, to relate it personally, it's my two daughters. And with that and in that mindset, know that it has happened to others, and in using and leveraging other people to talk to or to share what's going on and to use their experiences to help drive your state of future steps, your mentality, and how you want to resolve whatever conflict you might be going through. Leverage other women in the process to become stronger and to grow. And it doesn't always have to be women. There's some amazing men out there who understand and have the empathy. I'm fortunate I actually get to work and run a business with two. They understand and they know what it is to support because they stand for what's right. And so I would say do your best to surround yourself with those type of people, not only who work with you, but work for you. So it will help you to continue to drive forward and then go back to and have the passion to get up every day and do something great in this world.